Today we're going to be taking a look at set 6274 Caribbean Clipper from 1989. This set was given to me by a cousin when I was a little kid, so I've had this thing for most of my life. Unfortunately for me, this set was missing a few pieces while a few others were broken. But now, finally, this set is complete, and man, it's awesome. This is really cool. Oh, and I also have this tiny pirate set, and I don't really want to make a separate video about it, so if nobody minds, I'll talk about it at some point in this video. Anyways, let's start our review by looking at the minifigures of the Caribbean Clipper. We get one governor and 3 sailors. These 3 sailors are all exactly the same, but we could add these included plumes to distinguish them. We could also swap the classic smiley faces with some pirate face prints to create some different characters. But honestly, I think I prefer the classic smiley face. To defend themselves against the pirates, these guys get 4 cutlasses, 3 flintlock pistols, and 2 flintlock muskets. They also get a map, a goblet, and 8 gold coins which can be kept in this treasure chest. Now, let's look at the actual ship. We can start at the front where we'll find a rather special parrot as the figurehead. Right above it is the jib of our ship. This small triangular sail is attached to the main mast with this long piece of string which runs over the entire ship. Right behind the jib, we'll find a pair of large sails that can catch the wind to propel the Caribbean Clipper at lightning speeds. Behind the top sail, there's a small crow's nest that can be used to locate incoming bandits or the closest outpost. And if this little dude wants to get down from there, he can simply use the large ladder. This brings us to the deck of the ship, and as you can see, there are 2 clips on either side which can be used to store your extra weapons. If you need some more storage space, you can always put them in this small area at the front. If we keep moving towards the back of the Caribbean Clipper, we'll come across these 4 holes that can each house a cannon. Sadly, we only get 2 cannons in this set, so we'll need to provide our own cannons to get a full set. Before we do anything else, let's see those cannons in action. Oh, my cannons don't work. Well, that sucks. Well, that's because functioning cannons weren't allowed in the US. Apparently, there were safety concerns. Wait, what? You're telling me that small toy guns are not okay, but real guns are? That literally makes no sense. I tried to find an exact quote or law that would explain this ban of firing cannons, but I couldn't find anything. Sadly for me, it seems that the US laws made their way to Canada because I have non-firing cannons. My guess is that LEGO simply made a version of this set for North America without the firing cannons, and they made another version for the rest of the world with firing cannons. Anyways, since we're talking about the different types of cannons, we might as well get a closer look at each one of them. So the standard firing cannon was available in the rest of the world and would have looked something like this. The one that I have in front of me is far more recent, but the mechanism is pretty much the same as the one from the late 80s. There was also a third variant of this cannon. This cannon came with some cool decorations and a small hole to put a fuse, but it also can't fire, just like the American version. This cannon was featured in a bunch of pirates and western sets like this one in front of me. This is set 1871 from 1994. As you can see, this is a very small island with a cannon, a flag, a rock, and a piece of foliage. The flag looks pretty nice, but the best part of this set, for me at least, is the pirate minifigure. I have like 4 pirate sets, kind of, so to me this minifigure is pretty unique and pretty cool. This little dude gets a flintlock pistol, which is certainly useful if you want to protect your piece of land against the invaders. Alright, let's go back to the Caribbean Clipper. At the back of the ship, there's a lot of unused space. The instructions tell us to leave the treasure chest in this area, but otherwise it's completely empty. Right above this empty space, there's the poop deck. Obviously, we have a wheel to steer the boat, but this wheel isn't connected in any way to the rudder at the back. The rest of the poop deck is nicely decorated with some yellow parts. And finally, let's look at the 2 flags at the top. The first one on the main mast is rather simple, but the second one is quite large and quite detailed. Wait a minute, where have I seen this flag before? It seems familiar. For anybody who doesn't already know, the small symbol on each blue square is the fleur de lis, which was traditionally used by the French. That means the Imperials are French. There's no debate, they're French. But coincidentally, this flag looks a lot like the flag of the province of Quebec, which is where I'm from, by the way, but I don't know, that's just a random fun fact. It's a great looking flag, but man, it's getting pretty expensive these days. The other one that I had before this had some broken clips, so I had to buy a replacement. But guess what? That broken flag was the last missing piece, so when I got the new flag, my set was finally complete after over 15 years in my possession. And you know what? I think that's a good place to end this review. Overall, I really like this set. I like the simple yet effective design choices, I like the contours, I like the flowing lines, I like the color scheme, I like the minifigure designs, I like the play features, and I like all the possibilities that are offered with this awesome set. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the Caribbean Clipper. If you want to watch some more Pirates content, I would suggest TrikBrix. He's a way bigger fan of Pirates and his knowledge of the team is far greater than mine. He already has dozens of high quality videos on Pirates and I have no doubt that he will make more in the future. Otherwise, you can expect a video about the new El Dorado Fortress from me. That's gonna be a pretty fun video, but until then, that's gonna be it for today and thanks for watching.